So I was reading a few sources along with clutchpoints.com, and I was reading about Russell Westbrook and how he's making a significant impact and a great impact on his Clippers teammates. And I think that's a great thing. And, in reading in that, one person that really spoke in specific, in particular, was Terrence Mann. And Terrence Mann spoke in regards to the impact that Russ is having on him as a player, and how it's affecting him in a good way. He speaks on the fact that, Russell Westbrook is basically telling him, don't worry about the last play, just, go out there and be the best player you can be. If you mess up on a play, do better on the next, and just keep it going. And, don't let certain things bring you down. Just play the game, play within the game, and allow the game to just, come to you. And, do your very best and make a better play on the next time if you didn't make a good play on the one prior. You know what I'm saying? And hearing those things like that, that's definitely what you want to hear, and that's definitely a good sign for this team, because, a lot of people had, issues with the fact that Russ comes in and takes a starting job over Terrence Mann, who was playing the point guard position at a pretty high level when he was in the starting lineup with Kawhi and PG, and he was making a significant impact itself, when he was actually in the starting lineup. But Russ comes in, takes over that position. They start 0-4. Now they've won their last 4. And, they're just kind of going from there. And, just to hear Terrence Mann say that and come off that way, and I'm pretty sure other teammates feel good about Russ. We know Paul George and Marcus Morris does, I guess, along with Kawhi Leonard. That's all you need. You need somebody in there who's going to talk, communicate, utilize their voice, and, push the guys in a way where, he wants to see them get the best out of their talent. And I feel like Russ is definitely that type of, teammate. I've never heard nobody say anything bad about Russ as a teammate or anything like that. But in regards to nothing bad in regards to him being just an overall teammate to you, and how, you gel with him and, chemistry with them and everything like that. You never heard nothing bad about Russ in that way. And I'm hearing good things with the Clippers. This is definitely a good sign here. It's definitely good because it's definitely good to hear from Terrence Mann specifically, because it lets me know that he's in a good space mentally, even though his starting job got taken away. But in all, it got, given to a Hall of Famer. It wasn't given to like another up-and-coming player such as himself, So, I guess if you want to look at a bright side to it, that would be a bright side to the situation. And with that being said, I just think that little things like that goes a long way with a team when they're trying to win a championship, which is precisely the reason why I think the Clippers might be gaining a little bit of chemistry here. Very little, nothing big, just baby steps. But at the same time, it's making steps towards the right direction. And I like what they're doing as a team. I like that Ty Lue seems to be a little bit more concise about what he wants out of his team and what he's looking for. And that Warriors game really kind of, showed the blueprint of what Ty Lue wants out of this team and what he expects, but also who he's going to utilize in certain situations. And if he feels like he can trust Russell Westbrook, then I know he's going to do that. And I don't know if Russ can play any better than what he did against the Warriors. I thought that was his best game as a Clipper. I thought that was his best game since he's been in the city of LA. Whether it's on the Lakers or Clippers, I thought that was his best game, period. Since he's been in LA, California. So I was very impressed by that. And just like I said, overall, just the team right now, I feel like they know it's at stake. They know their championship window is closing. And they went out and got a point guard in Russell Westbrook. They got a lot of pieces on the bench. They are very, very loaded with a lot of talent. I hate the fact they're missing a few pieces that I wish they could have kept in Reggie Jackson and Luke Kennard. But at the same time, you got to roll what you have. And what they have right now is a pretty good team. Now, I'm not going to say good. I'm not going to say great. I'm going to say pretty good because, a few games they've won. They haven't done anything yet. Got to see how they continuously keep going. But right now, I like what I see from this team. And if Russ can keep the turnovers at a minimum, I think the Clippers can do a lot of great things. If Russ can play, like I said, the way he did against the Warriors, the Clippers got a great chance to do to do a lot of great things in the playoffs. They really do. But you gotta see if Russ can give you that on a consistent basis, and see if they can consistently play without turning the ball over as much and be more in control of their game, and follow their leader, Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi. 99% of the time, Kawhi is efficient. Kawhi is very calculated. Kawhi doesn't waste energy. He doesn't waste steps. He doesn't waste jump shots. He doesn't waste, shot selection. He's always efficient in everything he does, or at least he does his best, or try to be. And I feel like that's something that everybody on the team should mimic and, take a page out of his book on, because this guy is the ultimate pro, ultimate champion, and he's been a finals multiple time finals MVP for a reason, and he's definitely one of the top players in the league. To me, the best player in the league when healthy, and I just can't wait to see him and the rest of this team in the playoffs if they can find a way to keep this thing tight, because if they do, I don't really see many teams having a say so in the Western Conference or the finals without the Clippers being mentioned. So I like I said, I like what I see so far. I don't want to speak ahead too soon. The Clippers are doing pretty good, and Russell Westbrook, the fact that he is marinating on teammates in a good way in the locker room, I think that really makes it I think that's going to build their chemistry a lot tighter. And the fact that they also had a situation, I think last month, where they had something wrong with their plane. Their plane got struck by lightning, and I was listening to Bones Highland speak on that, about how they thought it was over and everything, which is a really sad thing. But thankfully, everything went fine. Everything was okay. And I feel like little things, and that's not a little thing, but I feel like things like that, brings a team together, you know what I'm saying? Because you're going through something, or you went through something, and it's like we all experienced it. We're all like, hey, let's pray about it, or hey, let's stick together, because this is just a sign that, anything can happen anytime. We got to go out here and be the best we could be. At any time, be the best team we could be at all times, because nothing's promised. Tomorrow's not promised. And I felt like that was an incident that, kind of brought the team together some too, even though it might go unnoticed or unmentioned or not mentioned. But I feel like that's a booster as well. Any type of adversity is a booster, for a team, because it definitely helps you to be stronger. And as long as you learn from it, you're definitely going to prosper from it. So I like the Clippers I like the Clippers the way they're playing right now. Hopefully they can continue to build on that. Hopefully they can continue to get Russ to, keep his turnovers at a minimum and just play with that energy that Russ brings. Because that energy that Russ brings, it's almost similar to, Terrence Mann. You know what I'm saying? Terrence Mann brings energy. So I feel like, him and Terrence Mann, the way they can gel, I feel like they gel perfectly. So, it's good to hear that. And, like I said, let's just see if they can keep it going and see how far they can go.